Yes.
All right, we are all live now. All right, so this is a round two debate. Last time I talked to David, I think Joe, you were in the background.
I was.
Yeah.
All right, and on the bottom left, that's Alex Botten. If anyone's watching, my Cy gets his hat handed to him video. Alex, I'm sorry. Alex is the one who's handed Cy's ass to him. So
it's my voice in the background on that one telling Cy where he's gone wrong on every single level.
Yeah. And he has this really
like
awesome podcast called Fundamentally Flawed, so I watch it all the time, and anyone who's watching this, if you like anything I do, you're definitely like that. So I'm thanking Alex for coming out here because he's in England, and it's a little later than it is here in Colorado. So
it's not too bad. It's just after 8 o'clock here, so it's cool.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
So I guess we're going to go ahead and get started. I guess, David, your friend's computer wasn't up, so we're just going to have you guys both on the same screen for this hangout. So I think me and Alex talked a little bit about the last discussion we had, and we just kind of wanted to clear up a few things about the pre-sup argument, and maybe move on to a couple other things after that. But just to start off, I'll let you go ahead and... What's that?
I was just gonna say, someone commented on the debate that I had that I posted on, and he said that for the next debate, he wanted us to pretty much discuss about why we were Christians, and I thought about that, and I was thinking that was a good idea, but I was thinking everybody should give a brief introduction about themselves.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
You're on the left, Alex, so it seems natural.
Okay, I'll go first then. Okay, yeah, my name's Alex Botten. I'm in the UK. I'm involved in the Fundamentally Flawed podcast. I'm a former Christian. I was born and raised a Christian. My parents are Bible-believing Christians. They believe in creation and a literal six-day creation, and they believe that the Bible is literally true. I kind of realized I didn't believe properly when I was probably about 18 or 19, and didn't really define myself as anything for a long time, and only really defined myself as an atheist a few years later. But I mean, the thing that led me to not believing was actually just reading the Bible. It wasn't through any other source. It was just realizing that things didn't add up in the Bible. And yeah, so I'm here in the UK, sitting in my bedroom while my wife watches telly in the other room. And yeah, that's me so far. And I've had a lot of run-ins with presuppositionalists, so I'm quite keen to talk about presuppositionalism because it's so utterly wrong.
And so you're about to have a run-in with two more.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that by the end of the evening there'll be no presuppositionalists on this show, and I don't mean that you'll have run away. I mean that nobody will accept it any longer because it's such a terrible argument.
Okay.
Unless you guys convince us, then of course.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, if you can convince us that the argument is absolutely irrefutable, which I already know that it isn't, but if you manage that somehow, then I'm sure we'll be good.
There are a lot of misconceptions of the presuppositional arguments. Because, like I said, I said earlier, Psi 10 is not the best representative of the
No, but I've spoken to other people. I've spoken to, Eric Hovind. I've spoken to Dustin Seegers. I've spoken to David Smart. I've spoken to numerous presuppositionalists over the last 2 years.
Have you heard of Dr. Greg Bonson? I was going to ask if you spoke to him, but
I was going to say no, he's dead.
Yeah.
Spoken to him. Yeah, I'm aware of Banson and Van Til, so I know what their argument is. But should we continue with the introductions because we obviously don't know who everybody else is?
All right, and I guess if we're going from left to right, I'll go next. My name is David Sarche. Everybody knows me as Asian Dave, but I actually did not grow up in a Christian household. My mom she was Buddhist, so the whole argument about that atheists like to throw out there that you're only Christian because your parents were Christian doesn't apply to me. But and I've only been a Christian since I was 19, so I'm still pretty I'm 25 now, so I'm only a few years old in the faith. But I shortly after I became a Christian, I got into apologetics, and then I got into once I was introduced to Reformed theology or Calvinism, I got into presuppositional apologetics shortly after that, because the two kind of go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, I'd
But
forgotten that you're a Calvinist, aren't you? I'd forgotten about that. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a double
yeah,
prong
but
I'll be
like,
able to spike you with.
well, but I actually, there was a period in my life where like I don't know, I tried to be a Christian, I guess, because I mean, but I don't know, I kind of like walked away from that because I had a misunderstanding of what Christianity was about, and I call this period like the dark ages in my life, where I didn't become anti-theist in the sense of being against one who believes in God, but I became very anti-God, or I would literally go out there. I was literally trying to like I would hurt people who claimed to be Christian and said that they were a Christian. I would do things like rip up their Bibles, spit in their face, beat them up, like, or just pretty much just take advantage of them, pretty much. And I don't know. And then stuff happened. I became a Christian at the age of 19. But yeah, so I listened to it's called whitehorseinn.org. It's a reformed theology, like it's kind of like it's a broadcast that it's like a discussion they have every week. So anybody who's interested in hearing about that, like you guys can go check that out too.
Okay, well, I guess I'm next then. I'm Joe. I'm from New York, and since we're plugging our favorite ministries, I have to uh, refer you to Dr. Oakley, 1689, James White, or Alpha and Omega Ministries. He's a Reformed Baptist, so yeah. I'm from New York. I was raised Roman Catholic, and I kind of left the church, became an agnostic, and after a while getting my EMT license and seeing things that happen to people, I became an atheist. I began to question if God is real, then why is this going to be happening? Like, why would stuff like this happen? And I kind of started to dabble in a little bit of like ghost hunting, stuff like that.